Yes, there's now a host of reasons nowadays. Yes, there's now a host of reasons nowadays as to why anyone coming over the border ought not to be here illegally. People coming over the border illegally wants to now make a hard way for those that are here legally to make them want to switch up, to go hood on everyone because of their actions with the authority. Everyone else here will have to suffer. Is that what they are doing now? Because it is what this all looks like now to me. According to a source that was updated last on January 31st, 2024, NYPD officers attacked in Times Square. 5 suspects arrested, 7 still on the loose. In New York, the NYPD is expressing outrage after officers said a crowd of asylum seekers attacked 2 of their own in Times Square over the weekend, only to be released without bail. Police are asking for the public's help identifying men they say were part of a group of 12 that attacked 2 officers on what was a Saturday night. Surveillance video provided by the NYPD shows the front of a migrant shelter at 220 West 42nd Street. Police said officers were trying to disperse a disorderly crowd when the 2 officers were assaulted. A second clip then shows officers apparently trying to take someone into custody when police say the officers were attacked by a group of men. You have 8 people attacking a lieutenant and a cop, running up to them, trying to kick them in their face, NYPD Chief of Patrol said. According to an NYPD source, a lieutenant suffered a laceration to his face while he and an officer from the Midtown South precinct were kicked and punched in the head and body. Note, a laceration or cut refers to a skin wound. Unlike an abrasion, none of the skin is missing. A cut is typically thought of as a wound caused by a sharp object, like a shard of glass. Lacerations tend to be caused by blunt trauma. Tell me, who are we to judge someone by the kind of clothes they're wearing or the color of their skin? Are you black? Are you white? Aren't we all the same inside? Father, open our eyes to see. Only love can drive out all the darkness. What are we fighting for? We were made to carry one another. We were made for more. Said, only love can drive out all the darkness. What are we fighting for? Yeah, we were made to carry one another. We were made for more. We all all bleed the same.
We all bleed the same.
We're more beautiful when we come together.
Let's stand united.
We all bleed the same.
We all bleed the same.
So tell me why we're divided. If we're gonna fight, let's fight for each other.
Fight for each other.
If we're gonna shout, let love be the cry.
Be the cry.
We all bleed the same.
We all bleed the same.
Let's stand united.
Let's stand united.
Let's stand united. What is blunt trauma? Blunt trauma, also known as non-penetrating trauma or blunt force trauma, refers to injury of the body by forceful impact, falls, or physical attack with a dull object. Penetrating trauma, by contrast, involves an object or surface piercing the skin, causing an open wound. Blunt trauma can be caused by a combination of forces, including acceleration and deceleration, the increase and decrease in speed of a moving object, shearing, the slipping and stretching of organs and tissue in relation to each other, and crushing pressure. Blunt trauma can generally be classified into 4 categories: contusion, concussion, abrasion, laceration, and fracture. Laceration refers to the tearing of the skin that causes an irregular or jagged appearing wound. Why our cops are getting assaulted? There's no consequences, and we must change this. End of story, someone said. Now, according to a post that was updated on February 1st, 2024, calls grow to deport migrants who attacked NYPD officers in Times Square. In New York, as the NYPD continues its search for 6 more suspects, pressure is mounting to deport the asylum seekers accused of attacking officers in Times Square. The NYPD says of the dozen migrants involved in attack on Saturday, 6 are still wanted. 6 were arrested, but only 1 is in jail. The rest were released. These individuals who assaulted New York City police officers have no regard for the law. If we're not protected, how are we going to protect the people in the neighborhoods? Police Benevolent Association president said. Thursday, scores of Midtown South police officers were in the courtroom when a judge ordered 24-year-old Yo Henry held on $15,000 bail for second-degree assault and obstructing governmental administration. The Manhattan District Attorney says he's the man accused of starting the fight. Police say they identified him by the tattoo on his neck. In court, he was wearing a shirt that said, "Work hard, be kind. Work hard, be kind." But was he really so kind? Today, the justice system worked, but we have to ask the question, why did these 4 individuals be released on their own recognizance, someone said. The men he's referring to are the migrants released Wednesday. One had 2 prior shoplifting arrests. The DA has said they were released because evidence was still being gathered to specify each person's role. Thursday, Governor Kathy reiterated calls to deport them. Get them all and send them back. You don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody, she said. I figured that some other things must have been going on before this week. Now back to currently. 4 of them may have left the state. A high-ranking police source tells CBS New York the men provided fake names to a church group that arranged for bus tickets as part of a migrant resettlement program. The NYPD doesn't have plans to immediately track the men down, as they aren't due back in court until February 20th for a hearing. If they don't show, a bench warrant will be issued for their arrest. It's a crime where you have to weigh what is the likelihood of their return to court. It's a crime where you have to weigh what is the likelihood of their return to court, which I think is getting thinner by the minute. Generally, people who are going to return to court don't travel under false names towards the Mexican border after they've assaulted a police officer, said former NYPD Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism. Police did arrest a 7th person, but the DA declined to charge him because there was not enough evidence and he was let go. The police union says the officer who was attacked is banged up, has a shoulder injury, and faces a long road to recovery. We know the lieutenant suffered a laceration to his face. If convicted, the suspects arrested so far face up to 7 years in prison. Lawmakers call for deportation. The Times Square attack on the cops has turned into a political Donnybrook for both the governor and mayor Eric Adams, not to mention Manhattan District Attorney Elvin and the courts, since several of those arrested were set free. It is absolutely disgusting that people who are in this country that are being housed by the taxpayers will turn around and disrespect our laws and our law enforcement. And I believe that the mayor has to work to deport these individuals. Staten Island Representative Nicole M. said. That tough talk came Thursday as more details emerged about the members of the group that have been arrested on charges of attacking NYPD officers as they were trying to disperse a crowd near a migrant shelter in Times Square on Saturday night. At least two of the suspects were free on the street after prior shoplifting arrests, police said. It's unconscionable that individuals are here. They're committing crimes, and that our city is protecting them from deportation, Nicole M. said. In a video released by the NYPD, two cops are seen struggling with a man when a group of people take turns kicking and punching a lieutenant and another officer in the head and body. Nicole M. claims one reason they haven't been deported is a law enacted while Bill de Blasio was mayor that prevents the NYPD and city officials from cooperating with federal immigration officials. Now you see here, I believe that somebody has set something up, however long ago it was, and now somebody knew about this thing, and well, they is taking advantage of what somebody had already done set up. It's just all in their face now, like a snake. Adams should be working to overturn Bill de Blasio's law that is protecting people who have been committing crimes from deportation, she said. A spokesperson for Adams refused to go into the legal status of those charged in the attack, saying the men and women of the NYPD put their lives on the line every single day, working tirelessly to keep us and our streets safe. Violence of any kind, and no less against our officers, is unacceptable and should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. CBS New York put the question to Adams' Chief of Staff, Camille. I think that they should go through the criminal justice system, and if convicted, yeah, I think they should be deported, she said. H was asked if she felt those responsible should be deported. I think that's absolutely something that should be looked at if someone commits a crime against a police officer in the state of New York, and they're not here legally. It's definitely worth checking into, she said.
I don't know who this H one is. I don't know who this H one is, but they just had said something right there. Yeah, indeed. They here illegally. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Now H has Albany Republicans on her back, demanding she use her executive powers to send National Guard troops to both the Texas and Canadian borders to stop the flow of illegal immigration. However, she said they would be much better served if they called on their Republican representatives in Washington to support border reform. Why did they have to just say it that way? Perhaps the demos must not really be all so much into protecting the border right now, are they? If any of them all truly isn't, then I want to know why. Because I mean, Can't they even see? All that they all gotta do, if they can't see, is just say so. Because I'm sure that somebody surely would be willing right now to help each and every one of them singly, individually, to see. For his guidance is easy, and his weight is light, to help you to see. Matthew 11, verse 30. Trying to make the moments last, holding on to the past. But like a hero in a dream, Christ came and he rescued me. Now I'ma tell the world, tell the world, tell them. I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell the world, tell them. Yeah, I'm a billboard, tell the world, tell them. And I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you ought to know, I'm brand new. So therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. Yeah, I'm brand new. Now I'ma tell the world, tell the world, tell them. I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell the world, tell them. Yeah, I'm a billboard, tell the world, tell them. And I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you ought to know, I'm brand new. The illegals are now wanting to attack authority, which could result of them deciding something in Congress to want to go hood on you, and all because of the illegals doing what they wants to do as well. So is every illegal truly a friend out there today? And likewise, is every legal truly a friend out there today? I will not answer that question because I just don't know for sure anymore of who all is truly a friend indeed. A real true friend knows how to keep everyone safe, even when deciding what laws that they want to make for you to. As we all continue to walk daily in full accordance to the faith, then there's going to be a transformation of our born nature becoming more and more like Christ, my Jesus Yeshua. The heart is nature. And so what is in our hearts is what we tend to do. But if one truly desires not to sin anymore, then their born natural heart will adjust sooner or later. The transformation, including our spirit self, if solely they just continue going down that road, the straight and narrow way, without venturing off in any other path, without venturing off to any other path. For there's only just one way that shall lead all of us to real, true life everlasting. So how many today wants a moment rather than life today?
How many people wants to live for a moment? And how many people wants to live for life today? a moment is not all there is to life.
And I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be